has captured Captain Keyes and are holding him aboard one of their cruisers, the Truth and Reconciliation. The ship is currently holding position approximately 300 meters above the other end of this plateau.
So how do we get inside the ship if it's in the air? The Corps issued me a rifle, not wings.
There's a gravity lift that ferries troops and supplies between the ship and the surface. That's our ticket in.
Once we get inside the ship, I should be able to lock on to the tracking signal from Captain Keyes' neural implants.
Hello everybody and welcome to the third mission of my Halo Combat Evolved Legendary Walkthrough Guide. Today we'll be doing the mission Truth and Reconciliation, probably the second most or the most difficult mission in the entire Halo campaign, depending on who you ask, but we're going to get right on into it. This first part, we're just going to clear our enemies with our sniper rifle, kind of methodically, pick out all the enemies that you can see, obviously, and then get all the enemies that you can't see. So whenever you see these little grunts just running around, make sure you target them, target anybody in the turrets, and then when you have taken out all the other enemies, make sure you hop down, take out the enemies hiding behind cover as well. I like to see here, we're going to jump right down, take out this grunt, and then right about this corner right here, you're going to see an elite charge around. He's going to be your main target, and then there's going to be a few grunts that try to charge after him. You want to anticipate this because they're going to hop into that turret if you're too slow. So make sure that you're keeping an eye out. Make sure you're also staying back behind cover whenever you throw any grenades. That way you don't deal with any of the splash damage as well. A few jackals will come up behind those grunts, so make sure, again, you are keeping an eye out for them. Up here, we're going to backpack reload our sniper rifle. We're going to take out the enemies right up on the ridge here. Take out the jackal and the grunt. There's also going to be an elite that hops down, elite miner, knock him out. And then you're going to take out a few of these grunts right here on the left-hand side. There's going to be one elite major hiding on the right side. You're going to see me toss a few grenades at him in a few moments. But take out, of course, take out all the enemies that you can see, obviously, before you go on. Here's the elite major. Toss a grenade at him. Pretty easy. Use your EMP to stun him. That way you have enough time to get the grenade off. Plasma pistol is actually very, very good in Halo Combat Evolved. So make sure that you actually use it like a regular weapon. It's very, very important because you don't have a Magnum. This is the only mission in the entire Halo campaign. You do not have access to the Magnum. So it's important to utilize your sniper wisely and utilize the sandbox that you have that the mission gives you here. Taking out all these grunts right here on the left. It looks like there's just a few more. After you take out the elite major, sometimes it's a minor. There's going to be 3 grunts that charge. Make sure you keep an eye out for any stray grenades. That Marine almost YOLO'd it. And we're going to keep pushing forward. Now, we're crossing into the area where you have multiple choices of how you want to approach this. I take out keep an eye out for this elite right here. I take him out, keeping an eye out for him. Sometimes he's a minor, sometimes he's a major. Again, the geometry kind of made that first shot a little wonky. I'm going to go up the middle right here. You could stick to the left. It is completely up to you. We're just going to basically beeline it for this active camouflage right here. We're going to skip this entire part. I do not like it. We are not going to waste our ammo for stupid stuff like this when we can go and kill all the other enemies and over here anyway. We're going to bypass these 2 elite majors, and we're going to go right into the next area where the grav lift is. So this area, we're just going to clear out all these grunts as fast as we can. We do not have enough time with our active camouflage to take out literally everything, so just take out the enemies that you can see. There's a few more grunts right here. If you time this right, you should be able to handle this elite miner up here. Take out that grunt right there. We should be able to take out this elite miner before... There we go. So if you do this fast enough, you will get reinforcements regardless of the Marines that were back in the previous area. Take out all the grunts that are getting into these turrets, and make sure that you keep an eye out for the spirit dropship, also about to drop off some more enemies right here. I decided to get inside the turret for some reason. You don't really want to do that. I really just wanted a new plasma pistol, but it's whatever. Make sure you keep an eye out on the grav lift. After there's 2 enemies remaining, just remember 2 enemies in the entire area. you will always want to take a peek at the grav lift. Make sure you're using your grenades wisely. Tossing the first one, we are going to knock out the elite right here. Once there's 2 more enemies, take another look at the grav lift. Toss another grenade. We're going to take out this elite right here. Trying to always focus fire your elites. Never, 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 never focus fire just grunts and just jackals. The elites are your primary target. Tossing another grenade. We had 2 enemies remaining, but I kind of messed up that grenade, so we're just going to let it be. Take out the other enemies relatively quickly here. And see that we have, like, I think after this jackal we'll have 2 more enemies remaining. There we go. There, we kind of messed up that grenade as well. The entire point is of this entire part is just making sure you're on the reaction time. Remember tossing those grenades as soon as you see 2 enemies. Even if you think that you haven't killed all the enemies, just make sure you're tossing a grenade every now and then to make sure that you are anticipating clearing out an entire. Tossing another grenade right here, even though I don't think that I had 2 enemies remaining. Gonna toss another grenade right here. Actually, pretty good placement if they didn't all get aggroed over to me. Tossing grenade on to our friendly neighborhood elite right here. Have no more grenades. If you have no more grenades, that is completely okay. But there's plenty of grenades for you. Toss another one. Make sure you are keeping an eye out for these elites right here. Usually they only come with 1 elite. 1 elite and a few jackals, a few grunts. It's nothing really that bad. There's just a bunch of elite miners that you need to keep an eye out for. I got that elite miner right here. He's dead. Taking out the elite miners. Getting all aggressive up close and personal. Now after you take out, I think it's 5 waves of these guys, you will be fighting the hunters. So once you fall down, get up close and personal with them. Do the old sidestep, and then use your sniper rifle to one-shot to the back. They are pathetically easy to kill on Legendary in Halo Combat Evolved. After you do that, you've basically got the first part of the mission done. Good job. We've got the very first part of the mission done. There's still all the truth and reconciliation to do. But that's a relatively quick route on taking the very first part. The second part is getting up to keys and the truth and reconciliation, and that to me is more difficult than the first part. If the grav lift is difficult for you, I have something to tell you about the next room that we're about to get into, which is, I would say, even more difficult because you don't have a lot of ammo and you have elite zealots just charging at you all the time. But yeah, this mission can be a pain, and trust me, I completely get it. But once we get into the belly of the beast, we'll get control of Chief again, and we'll get right back to it. So 1 second. All right. So as soon as you get inside of the ship, notice what I'm doing. I'm checking each door. I am purposely checking each door because I do not know which one of these doors the Elite Zealot is going to come out of. Remember, the Elite Zealot is cloaked. You will want to charge your plasma pistol as soon as you see a door open. Plasma pistol overcharge, and then immediately start knocking them all out. Got lucky with those 2. After this point, there's only a certain amount of chance that each of these doors will come out. An Elite Zealot will spawn out of it. Most of the time, you will be dealing with jackals and grunts. That's usually what you're dealing with. Here's an Elite Zealot right here. That's number 3 with a few grunts behind him. Making sure that we clear out each room. Keep an eye on your motion tracker. That's how you know the next door is going to be where the enemies are going to be coming from. Got some enemies still up here, but I'm trying to keep an eye out for him. There he is, the little grunt. Behind us is another Elite Zealot. And luckily our Marines helped us out on that one. I had to reload the sniper. From this one right over here, we're going to take out it looks like it's going to be just a group of jackals and grunts. Just grunts in this one, so we're kind of cruising really, really nicely right now. We're going to keep an eye out. This one looks like it's going to be an Elite Zealot. Oh no, just a couple jackals, that's fine. Making sure that we keep an eye on our plasma pistol, grab a new one whenever we can. Moving over to the next door, tossing another grenade. And that grunt kind of just dove right on top of that grenade. Kind of smart of that guy. Doing pretty good, keeping an eye out. Freaking save that Marine right there, right? Getting ourselves running low on battery, but we'd get plasma pistol anyway. Looks like there might be it looks like a group of grunts. You can usually tell if it's a group of grunts or a group of jackals just basically how big the red dot is on the motion tracker. If it's just like one enemy, then I think you'll be fine. Now, after a few waves of them, you're going to be dealing with the hunters. Make sure you hide behind this crate exactly. You will try to shoot. Oh, this guy just said, I'm going to let you shoot me in the back. So, usually you don't get lucky with the hunters. Usually you want to do what we did before and just sidestep. We're going to grab the active camouflage now. Going to try to grab a new plasma pistol whenever we can. Take out any of these grunts as you see them. Take out this one. Take out this one. Backsmack them. In here, there will be a few. This will be the elite that will spawn later on. We're going to kill him, kill his grunt buddies. And then we are going to move on. Kind of stuck that grunt. He's going to be kind of sad. Backsmack this elite. Assassinate these two grunts. And then here we are. Trying to stick this elite major right here. But kind of missed my stickies. So I'm going to backsmack him. Backsmack his two jackal friends. And then I think we have one more elite major. I actually pulled it off right before my active camo. Usually you want to clear the entire top row before your active camouflage runs out. Then from this point, you're just going to sit right here and try to use your vantage point to take out the rest of the enemies in this room right here. Focusing the people that you can see. Do not try to bait out the elite. If you get the shot off, feel free to take it. But do not force it. Do not just jump down just because you can, unless you feel like you can handle it. This is a very safe strat. Like, notice how I hopped down only after I saw the entire room was basically devoid of enemies. Gonna grab me a new plasma pistol. Gonna go check to see that door right over there. Just like what we did in the very first room, we are going to check all these doors. And we're just gonna anticipate the movement. Gonna go to the very next door, over here. It's a far door from where we were at. And we're going to try to take out these enemies as fast as we can before the next group of them spawns. I was getting a little too aggressive. Notice my health going down, but you know what? I said screw it because I know there's a health pack in here and you can go grab it if you need to. Next one spawned out of the middle. Taking out these grunts. There's one more jackal right here. And then we have a few more enemies spawning out of the door, basically right across. Toss another grenade. Okay, there we go. And I think we are good. I don't think there's any more enemies that we have to worry about except this last group that basically was a little late to the party. Sidestep anytime a grunt throws a grenade at you. And then we're going to keep an eye out on our motion tracker, make sure there's no more enemies. Tossing another grenade at that door. Taking out pretty much the entire cluster of them. And like some BM to that jackal. I'm just going to hit you even though you're dead. All right, one more. Looks like we have another group coming out of the back, the top right here. Take them out. Got one of them. Unfortunately, we didn't get all of them, so we're going to be kind of a little bit behind getting to the next one. But that was also the very last one, so we are all set. So now before you move on, make sure you grab any new weapon that you can. Make sure you grab your sniper rifle ammo. There's plenty of sniper rifle ammo throughout the mission. Just make sure you're using your plasma pistol more because there are so many plasma pistols. They're just all over the place. So use those first before you go into your sniper. Really, you should be saving your sniper for elites or hunters. Those two jackals, and we got ourselves a grunt. Got 3 grunts right here. I already can see the comment section. I say make sure you save your sniper, then waste 3 shots on... Waste an entire mag on 3 grunts. Top tier commenting right there. Moving on forward, checking out to see... There's that elite right here. Going to put him right in the crotch. That was an amazing shot. And then we're going to move on forward. All right, this is probably the area that most of you guys, when you get onto the ship, will, other than the beginning room, this will probably be the area that gives you guys the most trouble. So the very first thing I like to do is I do not leave this doorway unless I absolutely have to. Do not leave this doorway the entire time. We're gonna chuck a grenade over there, make sure that we got the enemies coming out of there. There's gonna be enemies coming out of that. That's why we toss it over there. Toss another one just for the lulz. Got the EMP on the elite. Gonna run right on past, take out these jackals, grunts. Be a little hyper aggressive here, even though there are enemies right above us. And we're gonna... I almost thought that was gonna be like the perfect like angle to throw that grenade, and it almost was twice in a row, but sadly I could not pull it off. Use your plasma pistol from this distance to take out the jackals and the grunts. I'm making sure. Okay, let's... There's just those 2, that grunt and that jackal up there. I'm trying to, and I don't have any grenades anymore. But I think right here next to these crates is a lot more, is a few more grenades that we can go pick up. I'm gonna grab us another plasma pistol. Okay. See if we can get ourselves some more grenades. Got some ammo for our sniper. Took out the jackal, and I think all we have left is that grunt. But we're gonna go up to this point. There's a certain point where you need to go to, and then the enemies will spawn out of that door again. I'm gonna take out these grunts right here. Take out this jackal right here. And then I think they finally come out of... I think we need to move up forward just a little bit more before they spawn out of the door we came from. Yep. Here they come. They're going to come from both ways. You got one group coming from the left here and one from behind us. Make sure you take out the grunts first. And then we can clear out the rest of the hangar bay. Tank grunt is tank. Gonna take out these grunts right here. Making sure that we are clearing out all the enemies left over. Checking our back. Making sure we're always keeping an eye on our motion tracker. Taking out that grunt. Got it. Basically, it looks like we have no more. Oh, yep. As soon as this dialogue happens, if you have any troops left, you basically have no more enemies left. Other than these enemies right here. And then the hunters that will come in a few moments. So as soon as you get this piece of dialogue, you're going to want to fall back and then basically just make sure you keep your enemies in front of you rather than behind you. So here's where the hunters come out. Keeping an eye out for the hunters. Shoot them right in the nice little orange spot. Wait for the other one. Here he is. If he gets all feisty and wants to dance, you tell him I can tango and you shoot him in the back. And that's how you kill hunters extremely easily. I know. It is really, really fun to shoot hunters in this game. Any other game, I hate it. Like, I have to save rockets. I have to make sure that I'm conscientious of there being hunters coming up. But in this game, I'm just like, oh, hunter? I have a pistol. Who cares? So moving on forward, we're going to take out these grunts. Got a few more grunts. We got frag grenades, which are extremely useful against grunts and jackals. Just going to slowly push forward. Oh, he got stuck. Poor grunt. Looked like he was about to throw a grenade with... Oh, almost... That elite kind of matrixed out of the way. He was like Keanu Reeves going moving up forward. Unlike Keanu Reeves, he didn't die, though. Oh, he did die. So there we go. By the way, as you saw earlier, I did pick up an overshield. And also, you are going to want to keep an eye out for special ops elites, otherwise known as the cloaked elites. That way you can... They're very easy to kill. They have no shields, but they do have active camo, so it does kind of have a trade-off. Make sure you just kind of are aggressive with them. They have no shields, as I said. Just be as aggressive as you possibly can with them. Now, just like what we did before, we're going to stand in this doorway, and we're just going to make sure that we keep the enemies in front of us, making sure that we are not being super aggressive unless that elite is dead. Grabbing any new plasma pistols that we can. Now, we have a Marine friend still alive, so we're doing pretty good. Trying to keep... Oh, we have 2 Marines alive. Look at us. The savior of Marines. Got a few enemies right here still. We're being super aggressive. Got no shields, but you know what? I have 3 HP and a dream, so let's do it. Alright. Normally, this is not a good spot you want to be in, especially if you have basically no health. But once you get to the mid, like just cross that midpoint, you're going to want to hit the midpoint, immediately run back to where you came from, and then make sure you kill the 2 grunts and elite major that spawn out of that door. Sometimes it is an elite minor, but majority of the time it is an elite major. Hi there, Grunt. How you doing down there? Okay, moving on forward. There's going to be enemies coming out of this door. Toss a grenade. Unless they cower, and then you just charge on in with another grenade, and he spazzes and does the blue dance. And I stuck him again, just for good measure, even though he was already dead. Alright, here's that elite. He gets all mad, and he just dies. More stickies for everybody. Toss a grenade whenever you can. Got that nice overkill. I am not letting a single one of you grunts live. It's a massacre aboard the Truth and Reconciliation. Everybody is invited. Including the Marines, sadly. But not Keys. Keys has to stay alive. Yeah, moving on. This grunt decided to Kobe his nade, and he completely missed, so we're just going to move on forward. Ignore him and pick up more plasma pistol whenever we can. There's going to be a couple grunts right here. Make sure you keep an eye out for the inevitable elite at the very end of this hallway on the right. Here's that inevitable elite, as I said. Toss 2 if you need to. I actually got this. I thought I got the sticky on him. He looked like he was running around. He was all mad, and I was like, wait, what? But I think I did get the sticky because 156 points if you were keeping track. Yeah, I did kill him. Yeah, cool. Yay me. All right, moving up forward, always making sure that we move up a little bit at a time, because once you move up, you're going to get cornered. You're going to want to make sure that you take out the enemies coming up from behind you, and then you're going to want to take out the enemies in front of you. Kind of exactly how I'm doing it. You want to just do it exactly like that. Make sure you're keeping an eye out for the enemies. There is a strategy to how you want to approach this. And if I wasn't so bad at throwing grenades, and that jackal said, like, he just dove off, but that grenade still went off. Grabbing new plasma pistols, making sure we are always keeping a nice, relatively full plasma pistol. Make sure we don't get caught with our pants down. Think there's supposed to be another group of enemies that are supposed to come out of that door behind us, but want to make... Oh, yeah, here they are. So just where we killed that elite at the very, very beginning, we're going to want to make sure that we take out him and his friends again. And then right in front of us again is a bunch more enemies that we're going to take out. Backpack reload. Make sure that we keep an eye out on that elite major. Not elite major, but that elite minor. Again, most of the time it's either going to be an elite major or minor. Most of the time it's that jackal, I guess, gets to... Oh, he died. Fall damage got him. Okay, keep an eye out on the right side here. Making sure we are not... So, yeah, we're close to the brig. But we got a health pack over here that we're going to grab, plus a bit of sniper ammo, which is going to be very, very nice. So here's the control center of the of Truth and Reconciliation. We're going to keep an eye out for that elite zealot. We want him dead before anybody else. Keep an eye out for... Here is that zealot. Gonna just take him out. There we go. We got, I think, one more elite major in there, and then everybody else is a grunt, so that makes this kind of easy to take out. Here's that elite major, but the door keeps closing whenever I get a chance to... Oh, we have 2 more elite majors. Look at that. Gonna take out that grunt. They keep falling back, making sure that we can keep going, grab ammo if you need it. But I'm trying to conserve my plasma pistol for one of these elites, but I wasn't getting any luck killing the elites until that point. And there we go. We got both of the elites. I think we are clear in this room. There shouldn't be any other elites in here. Just a few jackals and a few grunts. Nothing too difficult to take out. All right. As soon as that waypoint procs up, you will want to throw grenades, but make sure that the grunts actually charge through. For some reason, usually they do charge through, but for this run, they just did not want to go through the door. Maybe they just knew that maybe he's throwing grenades at this general location, so. And a nice quick pace, making sure we turn left as soon as we enter this door. And we're going to keep following. There's going to be a few grunts right here. Toss. I think we got him stuck again. Got the triple kill. Moving on. I think we're going to get a few more. Here's the jackal. He's pointing at us. And we say, don't point at me. I can stick you. I'm going to knock out this jackal right here. And then right here is a jackal just minding his own business. He looks down at the grenade and he goes bye-bye. And then we take out the last few jackals around here. And then before you know it, we are right before the brig area. So we're going to go up here. And here, so usually you want to go down a little further to go make sure that you go rescue keys. But I'm going to show you something in this room. Number one, there is a health pack in here. And there's also ammo if you need it. Also grenades. There's also an active camo that we are going to use to clear out the brig. That has keys in it. This allows for a very, very, very safe, a safe clear of that brig, because it is a very, if you made it this far into the run just to die at this point, it would suck so hard. So make sure you use this active camo. If you're confident in your skills, then feel free. There's only 2 cloaked elites, and there's also an elite zealot. So I was trying to get frisky with this elite. I thought that I could backsmack him, but unfortunately, he kind of saw me. I'm gonna try to take out this grunt, but I want to take out this elite zealot. But take out the 2 spec ops elites. There's still that other one hanging around somewhere. Here he is. You can see his plasma rifle poking out. Got the guy. He kind of took the shot for the zealot. I was aiming for the zealot, but once you clear this room, just hit the button, and yeah, that's the second part, and I will see you guys after Keys gets done talking.
Coming here was reckless. You two know better than this. Thanks. Marines, lock and load your weapons. Let's be ready to move.
Okay, yes, sir.
While the Covenant had us locked up in here, I overheard the guards talking about this ring world. They call it Halo.
One moment, sir. Accessing the Covenant BattleNet. According to the data in their networks, the ring has some kind of deep religious significance. If I'm analyzing this correctly, they believe that Halo is some kind of weapon, one with vast, unimaginable power.
Yeah, that's true. The Covenant kept saying that Whoever controls Halo controls the fate of the universe.
Now I see. I have intercepted a number of messages about a Covenant search team scouting for a control room. I thought they were looking for the bridge of a cruiser that I damaged during the battle above the ring. But they must be looking for Halo's control room.
That's bad news. If Halo is a weapon, and the Covenant gain control of it, they'll use it against us and wipe out the entire human race. Chief, Cortana, I have a new mission for you. We need to beat the Covenant to Halo's control room. Marines, let's move!
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Chief, you have the point.
All right. Just as the chapter title says, shut up and get behind me, sir. We're going to toss a few grenades, make sure that we take out these two elite, these special ops elites. They are going to be right at the front door. Always make sure you're keeping in front of keys the entire time. Be as aggressive as you possibly can be without killing yourself. I looked at this guy. I was like, dude, why aren't you dying? Toss grenade. Tossing grenades all over the place. As you can imagine, I had run this mission so many times. I was just so, I was trying so hard not to die here. So a lot of this is going to be very, very conservative, but also very aggressive at the very same time. Toss a grenade. Make sure he's stunned, though, with that plasma pistol overcharge shot. Take out the last few grunts right here. You see them all running around. They're freaking out. All of them are dying. Toss another grenade to make sure you take out these jackals. If they... No, that Marine was shooting at me for some reason. Anyways, making sure that we are moving forward methodically, clearing out all the enemies before we let keys move forward. Always staying in front of keys, making sure we're always clearing out all the enemies in front of us. That way keys behind us is completely safe, right? All right. We're back at the control center. We are going to be looking for 3 elites that have swords. This is where classic graphics are very, very nice. You can catch them all really easily. So, in this room, once you clear out all the enemies, you're going to come back here. Make sure you count 3. It's always 3 special ops elites with swords. You're going to come back here. This is where all the Marines and keys are the safest at in the room. You do not want them near the doors because grunts will go completely grenade heavy. You do not want them on top of this platform because you are cut off, and they will not have the sense to jump behind them. They will just walk down the ramp. But this spot, there's a lot of cover for them. All the enemies are in front of you. This is a very good spot for you to handle the enemies coming from all the doors. Now, use your body when you fight the enemies. You're going to want a body block for keys. So keep an eye out for this door. Of course, the first few enemies that come out are all going to be grunts. You can be aggressive if you want here. Just remember that usually the Marines will follow you, but usually once you clear out all the grunts, you should be fine and you are able to move forward. Now again, remember, be extremely careful. Do not do anything. You've made it this far. You're almost there. You're in the home stretch. Just keep an eye out. Toss that guy completely matrix my plasma pistol overcharge. But you know what? It's all good because all these grunts are freaking out. They don't care. Hit the button. End the game. I hope you liked this video. If you guys did, please like, subscribe, and comment. I hope you found this helpful. And yeah, thanks for watching.
That's it. The dropship is loose.
Everybody, mount up. Let's get on board.
Give me a minute to interface with the ship's controls.
No need. I'll take this bird out myself.
Captain, hunters!
Hang on.
Nice one, sir.
Time for a little payback.